Alright, let's add a floor to the upper roof. So this is sort of what you should have at this point. Don't yet have our retaining wall in here, but we need to put our floor in there first. So we'll go to second floor, and then click on floor up here. And I'm waiting for it to load. Alright, so I'm going to add my floor. Make sure your level constraint is set to second floor. It's currently set at generic 5-inch concrete. We are going to need to change that later on. But I'm going to set this to rectangle. And I'm going to make it easy by just choosing this outside edge. Now, really hard to see because I got fat lines. So I need you to go to View. Make sure yours is set to thin lines. And now click back on the Modify Create Floor Boundary. Now we're in good shape. And I want my floor to be on the right side here, because the left side of this line is the green roof. So if I go up to here to that intersection, if I can find, there it is, a little X. And then I can click and drag all the way to the other corner. And I'll zoom way in, and there we go. So I got my floor. Click the check, and we'll view it, and it's fantabulous. But you can see it's sunken inside this steel grid. So you're going to have a height offset. Now before we do that, let's edit this. We'll duplicate it, and I'm going to call it upper floor, or maybe second floor. Call it second floor. And I'll wait for that to save, and then I'm going to click Edit Type. Now this is concrete, cast in place concrete. I'm not sure why it says 6 inches, because it does say 5 inches over here, but whatevs. Cast in place concrete, we're going to set our cast in place concrete at 4 inches. So if you opt to do cast in place concrete, set the thickness to 4. And then we're going to have some type of flooring up here, carpet or something. If you opt to do a precast, if you want a little bit thicker floor upstairs so you have less of a step up to your green roof, precast is going to be 8 inches. So I clicked on that thing and it's spinning forever because I have the slowest computer in the planet. This is terrible. I don't know what it's doing. Let's see if I can even move this out of the way at least. Alright, so we finally opened up the materials editor. You can do just regular concrete, which is, let me go back up to that. It's currently at cast in place concrete. If you want to do precast concrete, just go ahead and choose this one, and then click OK. And then precast concrete would be 8 inches. You can only do precast for the upper floor. I think I'm going to do precast concrete. So if you want to do cast in place, leave it at 4 inches. I'm going to do precast, so I'm going to put it at 8. And then I need to have some carpet. So I don't know, my carpet's going to be, I don't know, let's say a 1/2 inch thick. You might want to look up a good carpet thickness. Go to your material. Wow, this is going to take a half hour too. You might want to scroll ahead a little bit here. But I'm going to choose carpet for this, and I'm also going to show you how to change the color. So I'm going to search for carpet, car. Hey, there it is. The default is red here, but that's okay. We don't have to use that. I'm going to double click that, and it opens up my materials editor. So we have the shading color here, and that's that. So I'm going to choose this little green. That's gross. I'm going to choose. That's kind of gross too. Let's see. That is much better. And we'll click Done. There we go. And then Apply. And now I have an 8.5 inch thick. So that means that my offset needs to be 8.5 inches. 8 space 1/2. If you just type 8.1/2, it's not going to work. But you'll figure that out. And there we go. We have a nice pink carpet for the upper floor. So that really looks disgusting. I'm going to hide the roof here to show you how to do the lower floor. We'll just hide that element. Lower floor is a lot easier. This one is currently cast in place, and it's fine at this current level, at the level that it is, because it's slab on grade. So we're going to do edit type on this one and edit this one. Whoops, sorry, we got to duplicate it first, and we're going to call this first floor. Edit it. It is cast in place. We're going to have a cast in place of 4 inches thick. Insert a layer, and I'm going to insert another layer of carpet on here. So choose carpet, and you can see that when I choose carpet 1, I actually edited the color appearance of that generic carpet. So if I choose that, it's going to have the same colors upstairs, which I do want. I want the lower and upper floor to have the same color, but I'm going to change it to something that's a little bit less obnoxious. And you might actually be able to find some type of surface pattern or texture that looks a little bit more like carpet. But that's the color that I'm going to go for. I'm looking for a maroon type in mind. That might be a little dark, and I might end up not liking that, but I'm going to make that, I'm going to call it a 1/2 inch again. If you decide you want to put a carpet pad underneath there, you might have a 1/4 inch carpet pad and a 1/4 inch carpet. That's fine. So the ground floor is now done. You can see that both these have changed. That's supposed to be maroon. It's still really ugly and gross. But the lower floor does not need to have a height offset. You can see that height offset is 0, constrained to ground floor, and the second floor height offset is 8.5 inches because it is 8.5 inches thick. So that is adding your flooring, and if I want to reset temporary height isolate, then I have my green roof.